Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is April 8th, 2023, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000 on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendations here, because as we all know, trading is risky. Please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Get educated, if you really want to get into trading. First, let's go ahead and take a quick look at these charts right quick and see what's going on. To kind of sum it up, I still see the Russell hasn't really broken out of that bear market. That the Russell is one that it was the one that was looking like it was going to be the strong one and get out of that bear market before the other ones, but it ended up being the weak one. The financials ended up hurting it, in my opinion, more so than anything else is why it's not there. And now that is actually holding it down. But let's go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look at these charts and see what we see. Here on the quarterly chart, last quarter we ended up with a doji, good green doji, but if I had a moving average on there, you will see we're below the 10. Right now in this quarter right here, we're actually we're red still. Volume is down a little bit though. I think this is for the first week or so. Volume has been kind of down, which is a good thing, in my opinion. The stochastic is actually turning to the downside. That's kind of like letting you know that this bear market for the Russell is not over yet. That's the only thing that when people are talking about the recession, bear market, then maybe they're looking at the Russell. And the Russell, for me, still has to break this level down here. It has to break like that 1650 and really close below that 1650, to be really into a bear market and looking to make a leg lower test a COVID low. Let's go ahead and take a look at the monthly chart. Here on the monthly chart, we can see that the Russell is below the 10. This is the 10 moving average on here. Just let you see that and all. Right quick, we can see my stochastic that I use on this particular chart is telling me that this thing is in a downward trend, and if I want to place any trades, I need to be placing trades to the downside. I should be selling any pops and all. That's what I see here. It actually is in that bottom range that I have set up. I have like a couple of different ranges set up here for the Russell that I think this thing is going to be in. This is the top area and it's in the bottom area. It's in the bottom area right now and probably more likely to actually go down here and test some lows before it actually probably tests some tops. But anything can happen, as we know, in the market. But that's what I'm seeing right now. We are making lower highs. We did last month. We made a lower high and a lower low. It's this month we already have a lower high. The question is, will we make a lower low? You have to kind of wait and see. And all right, let's take a quick look at the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, a few weeks back is when we had the whole financial crisis and all. And we're going through the after storms of that right now. The market actually really tried to turn back around. We ended up looking like we had a bullish looking pattern here, a morning star with the stochastic down at the bottom, but we didn't get confirmation of that. And now we look like we have a 2-candle bearish pattern, but the stochastic is down here at the bottom, and this is not the place where we like to take our bearish trades. But we do have moving averages crossing over, and not in a good way. They look like they maybe this bear thing might be on. We actually came up here and kissed this particular moving average here, right here, which I think it should be our 50. It got under the 50, kissed the 50, and didn't want to break the 50. That's not a good sign. So again, we're also on the pivot. So are we on the pivot and gonna stay on the pivot? That's one of my rules. But we're gonna need to see it actually break a low. It was a couple of weeks back, I was just saying it was at this particular pivot point. I wasn't expecting it to break that. And right now we have this market, the Russell, in my opinion, does have room now to really drop if it wants to drop. And the question is, will it break these lows here? And right now with a green week, and with the stuff that's going on in Congress and everything else with the news and the financials that are heavy on this thing here, I still wouldn't play this thing to the downside. Right now, I'm just not even trading it that much at all. I like it when there's not much news going on, not too much going on, and the charts and the thing just usually does it what it normally does. It goes up and down. Right now, we're in a little narrow sideways pattern, so it's a little tougher for me to trade it because again, I don't. It's hard to call direction. I know the stochastic can actually get down here at the bottom and hang out here at the bottom, and not really do what I expect it to do. So I have to kind of like wait and see what happens. So let's go down here to the daily chart and see. And this is you see it on the daily chart here. We got a real choppy market, and it went sideways there a few weeks back. This 1 week here after the whole financial news thing and all, like they were going to actually help the banks out. We got a little bit of a rally, but this is again where it got up underneath this 50 moving average, under this particular moving average, kissed it and came right back down. So that wasn't good. We're forming another bullish looking pattern. Are we going to get another bullish looking leg back up here, and will we be able to break this? Look like this is acting, this particular moving average is acting as resistance now, so we're going to have to actually watch that and see if this market is going to actually be able to break that. That's all I really want to say here on the Russell. This is what I'm seeing. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, having a happy Easter, and I'll talk to you next weekend. Have a good one. Bye.